Today, scientists are creating exact digital replicas of human hearts, brains, and other organs. These aren't science fiction. They're already being used in hospitals right now. A surgeon can perform your operation virtually before touching your actual body. Your medication can be tested on your digital heart before you swallow a single pill. This technology is changing medicine forever, and you won't believe how far it's already gone. Let me show you something remarkable. These plastic hearts I'm holding were all 3D printed from real patient scans. Notice how different they are. This red one is normal-sized, while this black one is twice as large. It belonged to someone with heart failure. But the real breakthrough isn't these physical models. It's what engineers like Stephen Nieder at Imperial College London are creating on computers, fully functional digital replicas of your organs. These digital twins match your organs in size, shape, and most importantly, function. After decades of research, these virtual organs are now entering clinical trials and starting to transform patient care. Scientists aren't just creating hearts either. They're building digital versions of brains, livers, kidneys, and even entire nervous systems. The big question is, why does this matter to you? Imagine you need heart surgery. Traditionally, surgeons would rely on general knowledge, experience, and some basic scans to make decisions. But with a digital twin of your heart, they can practice your specific procedure multiple times before ever picking up a scalpel. They can identify potential complications unique to your anatomy and solve them virtually first. That's exactly what Dr. Natalia Trayanova's team at Johns Hopkins University is doing right now for patients with atrial fibrillation, a condition causing irregular heartbeats that affects millions worldwide. Her digital twins help surgeons precisely locate damaged heart tissue that needs to be treated, making procedures more accurate and effective. But how do these digital twins actually work? Let me break it down. First, doctors collect detailed images of your organ using MRI and CT scans. Engineers feed these into specialized computer software that creates a 3D digital model. But that's just the starting point. Next, they divide this model into thousands of tiny segments, creating what engineers call a computational mesh. Each segment represents a small collection of cells that can be assigned specific properties: how well they conduct electrical signals, how they respond to pressure, or how damaged they might be. The mathematics behind this is incredibly complex. As Dr. Trayanova puts it, it's all equations. These equations simulate how electrical impulses travel through heart tissue, how muscles contract in response, and how blood flows as a result. The final product is a beating, pumping virtual heart that responds just like your real one would, your personal digital twin. In Trayanova's clinical trials, these digital twins help surgeons determine exactly which parts of the heart to target when treating atrial fibrillation. Instead of making educated guesses, they have a precise map showing where problems originate. So far, 59 patients have participated in her trials, with more planned. Meanwhile, Stephen Nieder's team in London is using digital hearts to find the optimal placement for pacemakers. Device manufacturers have already approached them to test new pacemaker designs virtually. Nieder explains they can test hundreds of potential placements in hundreds of different virtual hearts, all in just 1 week. That would be impossible to do with real patients. This brings us to another exciting application: in silico trials. These are clinical trials conducted entirely on computers using digital twins or even completely synthetic patients. Dr. Wabie El-Bouri at the University of Liverpool is pioneering this approach. His team starts with data from real patients and uses it to create brand new digital organs with mixed characteristics, essentially building virtual volunteers for medical research. For stroke research, El-Bouri creates digital brains and blood vessels to test how clots affect blood flow and oxygen delivery, and to evaluate different treatments without risking real patients. In another project, his team generates hundreds of synthetic retinas from just 100 real scans to test treatments for age-related macular degeneration. These virtual trials could be revolutionary for groups traditionally excluded from medical research, like pregnant women. Michelle Oyen, a biomedical engineer at Wayne State University, is creating digital twins of pregnancy, focusing particularly on the placenta, where complications can lead to tragic outcomes. I think this is a game changer for pregnancy research, Oyen says, because this basically gives us ways of doing research in pregnancy that carries minimal risk of harm to the fetus or mother. Her team is also modeling how C-section scars affect future pregnancies, potentially helping doctors identify which patients might need specialized care. The ultimate goal, however, is something even more ambitious: complete digital twins of entire people. Long-term, the whole body would be fantastic, says El Bori. Surprisingly, we might be closer to this than you think. Around the world, research teams are already building models of virtually every body system: heart, brain, lungs, kidneys, liver, muscles, blood vessels, immune system, eyes, ears, even the tongue. El Bori believes that if we brought all these research groups together, we could already assemble a complete digital human. Everything exists, he explains. It's just putting it together that's going to be the issue. In theory, these whole-body twins could transform healthcare completely. Treyanova envisions a future where your digital twin becomes part of your medical record, something doctors routinely consult when deciding treatments. But not everyone is excited about the prospect. El Bori reports mixed reactions from the public. While many find it fascinating, others are strongly opposed to having a virtual copy of themselves exist on a computer somewhere. There are legitimate concerns to address. Who will own this highly personal data? How will it be protected? Will doctors eventually trust these digital twins more than patients themselves when making decisions? Matthias Braun, an ethicist at the University of Bonn, warns that doctors should never ask the machine instead of consulting patients. There would be no informed consent, which would infringe on autonomy and maybe cause harm, he explains. After all, we're not just machines with broken parts. Two people with identical diagnoses can have entirely different experiences and needs. Jantina de Vries, an ethicist at the University of Cape Town, points out that the data used to create these technologies will likely come from people with access to advanced medical care. This means many populations, particularly in regions like Africa, could be underrepresented, resulting in digital twins that aren't designed for diverse bodies. To address this, de Vries suggests that the data should belong to the public, with anonymized records kept in databases that researchers worldwide can access. Currently, patients in clinical trials provide explicit consent for their data to be used by medical and research teams. Researchers typically access only anonymized information, and companies can only access fully anonymized data from public repositories. El Bori believes patients should receive something in return for sharing their health data, perhaps preferential access to medications and devices developed using that information. However, he admits that full anonymization is challenging. Technically, if someone tried really hard, they might be able to piece back who someone is through scans and twins of organs. Despite these concerns, the potential benefits are enormous. Early studies suggest these digital twins could dramatically improve surgical outcomes, accelerate drug development, and personalize treatments in ways never before possible. We're witnessing the early days of a medical revolution. Within 5 to 10 years, experts predict digital twins will become standard tools in clinical care. Beyond that, we may see entirely new treatments developed through virtual testing on synthetic patients. When I look at those plastic hearts sitting in Niederer's office, I'm reminded that they're just educational models, static snapshots. The real breakthrough is happening on computers, where digital hearts beat, digital blood flows, and digital lives are being saved through mathematics and engineering. What was once science fiction is now becoming medical reality. Your digital twin may soon be waiting to meet you. Digital twins of human organs aren't just coming, they're already here, revolutionizing how doctors treat patients today. This technology will only get more advanced and widespread in the coming years. If you found this glimpse into the future of medicine fascinating, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more groundbreaking science and technology updates. Thanks for watching.